Alright, it's Wing 7 training with Gate and the two Cardinals. Cardinal Adina and then the Air Cardinal. I'm blanking on their name at the moment. So first part is Gate. You have to cap all these rings and progress towards the doorway. You're leading Glenna and the Key of Adashim to the gate so they can open it. You have to keep them safe when you get to the gate, but till then you're just capping these nodes, and along the way are scattered these champion branded Djinns. CC is good here along with damage, obviously. I'm on Alacrity Heal Specter for this, and I was pretty excited how well, not necessarily surprised, but how well it was to tank Adina on this build. So I was pretty excited about that. Excuse me. And so this part goes pretty easy and basic. And if you're a new person wanting to get into raids, look at this. You know, every Monday and even first couple days of the week, there's almost always people, pug groups. You can't find a group. This is a good group to pug in, just looking for people to go to practice. Get you familiar with the raids. They really don't even care anymore who's coming as long as you just show up and follow the group. So if you're trying to get into raids, can't find a group, and you're kind of nervous about pugging a group, this one is a good one to pug. This one and also Escort I did in a different video earlier on for Wing 3, but these are good ways to get acclimated. I used to run Wing 3 all the time for just Escort, just because that's the only raid I could get into when I first started without getting kicked. So okay, you cap this and you get to the node right in front of the gate here. This is the last one you have to cap before Glenna goes to the doorway with the Key of Adashim. And when Glenna goes to the gate, you're gonna send, we usually send one healer and one DPS just to hit, you have to keep her safe so she can help the Key open the gate. That's where I put the square there for, so that's where they go after that. That's where square is. And what we do is after we cap this, the rest of the group is gonna go back the direction we came. There are a couple ways to do it, but again, I'm doing these the way that most pug groups do it, so if you wanted to hop into one, you'd have a better idea of what they're going to do. So this is capping. Once we get rid of these beasts. Alright, there we go. We have our healer and DPS going there. The rest of us are going to come back to this purple portal. Djinn's going to spawn here. We go to our bunnies. We're going to use the Bounding CC, skill 1, to just blast that CC bar. Cannonball, my favorite. Yes, we're going to do that and break the bar, melt the Djinn, then you go back towards the direction we had been heading. And there's going to be 2 Djinn there. You're going to aggro one to bring it to the other one so you can cleave them both together. Djinn have AoEs and regular attacks. Nothing too major. If you have good healers, you can face tank it. Otherwise, just kind of try to step out of the way. You can basically ignore the ads because you're going to cleave them. You wait a second till the bar appears and watch that break bar go down. Dynamite. Okay, melted. Next. And of course this is our training run. So I'm going to aggro that one and try to bring him along for the ride. Again, we're going to CC. And this build has great CC. It's one of the many things I love about it. Okay, got peeps down. We're going to res. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. And then after you finish this Djinn, gate is done. It's that easy. So if you need to learn to pug one, just follow the group and you'll be fine. And no one will even say 2 words to you in a negative fashion. Shouldn't, unless they're a really caustic jerk. Okay, so Cardinal of Earth, Cardinal Adina. So you need 2 people at a pillar, and you have one person that you have 1 tank, which is toughness base, which is going to be me. You have a kiter for each pillar. What they do is they stand a little bit further back than you have regular DPSers. If you are not a kiter, if you see that little green patch of grass underneath Adina, Your DPSers want to stand to the sides and behind her on that green grass, and then your kiters can still stand close and do damage but be just behind. Range usually better for kiters, but DPS can do it too. So the fight starts when someone attacks with a turtle or just crosses the line. You want to be mounted up because she does that shockwave. That way you don't take damage. So watch, this has stability that works in the rotation because that attack she does right there knocks you back. But I'm not going to let it knock me back because I have stability. Okay, perfect placement of pylons. You want to make sure you don't place them too close to the group. Okay, 2 people per pylon. When the eye comes up, she does that. And if you're a kiter, you're going to find a little orange AoE around your feet, and you just run back to where the markers are. And see those little spikies there? Don't hit those, they blow up the earth. If you happen to fall by accident into the sand in the holes, just let it bounce you up. So 75, 50, and 25%, see that wall you get? That's what happens. And just don't let it hit you, otherwise it's instant death like with Sabitha. And then the first time, 75%, you meet at the swirl here, up at the top corner. These big hands are going to spawn, they're going to throw rocks that knock you back and such. A lot of people use a Revenant here. I just use one of my skills to block projectiles, a smoke ring. You can use Tome 3/3 on Guardian, Feedback on Mesmer, or again you can just run a Revenant that all they do is block missiles. Okay, and then after that it's right back to where you were. See, look at my kiters, they have that orange AoE. We had someone go down, so they're combining a pillar right there. That happens in an emergency. So you gotta know how to adapt. And the reason you don't want too many pillars up is she gets a buff for each pillar that is left up, making it harder. And if you're a tank, if you stand on the grass as well, you don't get hit by the bombs. I used to always get hit by the bombs. Okay, and she throws 1 rock at each person when she spins, and it takes 2 rocks to destroy a pillar, hence 2 people behind each pillar. So I have my stability up, and see how you have open areas now in the platform. Again, if you fall in those, you can just bounce back up. Okay, it's 50% coming up. Just step to the side. If you stay in the front for too long, that wall will kill you. So just step to the side of the arrows. This time we meet at star, or triangle rather, but triangle center, so we're close to star. Because you can see the wall looks like it's going to hit you, but it stops there. So now you get 4 hands, 1 at each corner of the map or platform, and they all do the same thing. So I took the first projectile destruction with a smoke ring, and then we're going to burn it down and come over to this side. Okay, and we're going to take this one. I'm going to try and drop some stability for when we run to the north across this little road. And you can see the right one getting ready to throw. You can dodge that as well. I got my projectile destruction up again, so we're good. And we're going to finish this off, and then we go back to the boss. I go back to my tanking spot. Kiters do their kiting, DPSers do their DPSing. This is easy to kite on Guardian too. Just use Aegis when they do that triangle AoE so you don't get knocked back and stunned. And you can jump and glide across these openings, so sometimes you can put a pillar way back and just glide. You don't have to be right behind it, like I could be way at the bottom of the screen right now. I just need line of sight blocked between me and the Jinn. Doesn't matter how far I am behind that pillar. So that's just something for you to think about as well, because this can get kind of crazy, especially when you get to challenge mode. Which we may do in a future video, but right now this was training. Most of the people in the squad were brand new to this, and I think they did amazing. We worked on this probably for about, I don't know, an hour maybe. And then we worked on the last boss for maybe 30 to 40 minutes, because we all had to go, so we kind of finished that one up. But we got plenty of practice, that's why I didn't mind finish this one with people down, because I wanted them to get a chance and face the other Cardinal. Okay, 25% is going to be coming up soon, and that's what happens. See how I've got that blind, and you see it above my skill bar. You get a prolonged blind condition if the pillars are too close, and they burst, and you get that shockwave of earth. It just blinds you for a bit, which can cut DPS and so forth. Okay, step to the side, right? Just get to the side of the arrows, and you're good. The other reason to stay on the green, especially for tank, is the green grass underneath Adina never breaks no matter what. so that's always a safe place. So we're gonna wait. Remember, we're trying to go to triangle, and don't stand on the glowy ones because they burst. That's why we stopped at star. So this time when you run north on those pathways, it's a little bit more of a jumping puzzle. You have a couple hexagonal pieces, columns destroyed. So if you can, you want to try to drop some stability. Okay, I got some stability there. I'm going to go for some projectile destruction. And that's money. And now we're going to take out the last hand. Nice block. Thank you very much. And Guardian Shield 5 also works. And just basically any projectile block, reflect, or destruction is fine. Okay, and this is it. We just keep doing what we're doing. Wash, rinse, repeat. Kiters kite, tankers tank, DPSers DPS. Those are kind of close to the boss, so we all kind of got hit. I think they didn't realize you can jump and glide to get to like ones beyond it, but it doesn't matter. We're going to finish this action. See how I'm gliding behind? Now I have line of sight blocked, so I'm safe here. And then you can glide back. So don't forget, you can glide in this. They did a really good job though on the fly with callouts combining pillars. And see the guy up there combining a new one with the old one? Two of them together? That was picture perfect. Those guys, A+, man. Like I said, everybody did an amazing job on this one. To learn how to do it in such a short time and remember mechanics and perform them pretty well, very well, really. Definitely impressed with my peeps tonight. Right, we are grinding them down. Okay, go behind. So when he gets 7, I guess he's gonna say something blinded by my brilliance or something like that. That's when you know you run, or if you forget, just see the big eyeball over his head. That means it's time to run. It gives you just enough time to get to your pillar before he starts blowing peeps up. Okay, and we got this. Drop the pillars. And Adina is going on a permanent vacation. At least till the next time we do this raid wing. Then she comes back. He, she. I'm not sure, man. It's an earth djinn. Alright, next up is the other cardinal, and I'll tell you the name as soon as I see it on the Sabir. That's right, Cardinal Sabir. So this is Cardinal of Air. Okay, when the fight starts, you're going to get right on. And it is toughness based, but it doesn't really matter because everybody stacks. So first one is easy, getting used to their mechanics. We get CC, and you're going to get a special action. You can use regular CC, but I'm going to get a special action, which is a port and where you land CC. So you just kind of use that port right onto the boss. Don't get hit by the AoEs. See the black laser? They push you off. So if you get pushed off the platform, you die. When the bar is broken, you saw the orange AoEs. You're going to, again, AoEs can stack, just not with other people's tunes inside them. 80%. Go to the next phase. There's another CC phase where you have to do your CCs at the same time. How do you know the difference between whether you can CC as you go at will like we just did, or if to hold them and concentrate into one big burst? Is if you are getting pushed back by the wind, you can do it as much as you want when you want. If you are not getting pushed back, there's no wind pushing you back, you need to hold them and CC them all at the same time, because on that phase or that mechanic, the CC bar regenerates. Okay, step 2. So these whirlwinds, just like that, they blow you up if you get there, lift you up in the air. That's important because of the shockwave coming up. But if you get lifted up by one, you lose your special action. So see that shockwave ring telegraph? You get a couple, so once you see that, you really want to start heading up. And what I do is I'll use my special action teleport skill if I have it to get up there so I can DPS longer or whatever, or just get to one if I need to. So remember, being pushed back, see the shockwave, it pushed me back. That means we can just keep CCing and the CC bar doesn't regenerate. So CC as you get it. You saw I just got hit by that updraft and I lost my special action. So get ready. I always watch the CC bar to see when I need to start spreading out right here. That way peeps don't be all over each other. And these guys did a great job avoiding each other AoEs. You have no idea how often I see, even experienced groups, people popping on each other with these AoEs. Okay, it's going to phase at 60%. Okay, and we're going to res before we jump. So in between, I didn't cover this, but in between we have these little platforms to go up, and these air elementals, once you kill them, puts a little updraft that blows you up to the next platform. You don't want to go try and stay together. If you get too far ahead of someone and they miss the platform, they're actually going to end up dying. So try to do it all together as a group. When you're up here, see those orange tornadoes? Those are bad. Do not touch those. And I don't even fly over those. I don't know if it'll kill you if you fly over them, but why take the chance? They probably do. So here we go. We finished that up. We're going to move up to the boss. Okay, so here you see that star on the left. After the first updraft or shockwave that we have to dodge with the updraft, there's going to be a huge red tornado that spawns. So we go up, come down, you got like another few seconds because these guys are all over the place. They did a good job reeling it in, because you're going to see that pop up in about 3 seconds here. It's going to be a red tornado that goes clockwise around the platform. Alright, here is the CC bar. See, we're not being pushed back. We have to do it at once. If you look on the left hand of the screen, I left it in grid because when it's outlined in yellow, it means people have special action. You need at least 7, if not more, and you do a countdown to break that bar. So here we go. It's going to come up in a second. And we did it. Counted down and we got it busted. You can use other CCs there as well, as you saw that I did, but that's why you got to kind of coordinate that, because you see we weren't being pushed back by the wind, so we know it was that coordinated. So you see this where you get the 2 domes that appeared in the corners. You see the yellow that's expanding across the platform. When that happens, at the corners you saw those 2 air domes. You have to get under those to survive or be automatically knocked down and put in a down state. So you want to kind of keep an eye on that and see which one you need to go to, because if you're too close to the orange tornado, you'll die. So again, we're being pushed back here by the wind for the CC phase. So what does that mean? Yes, it means you can CC as much as you want, as quick as you want. In fact, that's the best policy if you can, just to break that sooner. Again, spread out. So we're going to have, I think, corners again. It's those U-shaped areas in the corners. Those domes are going to come up. There they go. Okay, you see where the shield is right there, glowing and pulsing. That's where you want to go. And see those air elementals on the platforms are like on the edge of where we are, across from the arena. They shoot bolts that stun you, so that's why we have stability and the domes and such. Okay, we're going to need to go up. And old school way used to have a dedicated DPSer go over, CC them and kill them, usually as a warrior, a mace warrior, or whatever. But now we just ignore them, even on challenge mode. I tried to get this guy, but I couldn't do it. It was so close, but I knew I wasn't going to make it. So there's 3 of us left. We don't have enough to coordinate CC, so we've got enough to be able to DPS him down and get this action finished. So great job, everyone. We kind of ran short on time, but we did have enough practice that I didn't mind making sure we got the win for this so people get some loot. But they did know the mechanics, just that last phase gets more and more challenged. And there are my MVPs right there. They're the last 2 standing. So hopefully this is helpful. And again, if you're training, don't feel bad about making mistakes. This is what a real training group looks like when most of your players are new. It's a lot of dying, GGing, starting over again, because that's how it goes. That's how you learn. Once you get comfortable with it, then yeah, everybody's up and you're getting this wing done in like 20 minutes. But everybody did well. We did not have enough time to get to Kadim the Peerless. That's the last boss of the swing, but eventually we'll get there, and I'll probably have it in subsequent videos. Thank you to my peeps that came to do this, and those that supported, that were experienced. Thank you for watching. Hope this is helpful, and thank you for your support on my channel, and hope you guys all have a most excellent day.